He's saying that Universal spent money promoting a song that slandered his name.
Right.
Right? Okay. Kendrick's a Universal artist under the umbrella. You're a Universal artist. The same entity spent money promoting your song, saying Kendrick's son isn't his, saying Kendrick's best friend and his manager is having sex with his wife. They spent money promoting your song as well. The people just catered to Kendrick's song. They thought it was a better song. Both artists reaped the benefits of the marketing and the promotion.
Right after Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, something major shifted behind the scenes, and Wack 100 just spilled the real tea. He claims Drake got a direct warning from some serious Piru-connected folks in LA for crossing the line with Kendrick. And that's when the whole vibe changed. No more slick shots, no more chest puffing. Drake, one of the most strategic minds in rap, suddenly hit the brakes. Why? Turns out Kendrick wasn't standing alone. He had Piru members backing him heavy, and Wack is laying it all out loud and clear. At first, people online thought it was just another lyrical showdown, but Wack 100 made it crystal. This beef ran way deeper than just clever punchlines. Wack 100 didn't just say Drake lost the rap battle, he said the streets stepped in too. According to him, Drake got hit with a warning that Kendrick is off limits. Not because Kendrick's out here leading some gang, but because the Piru community made it loud and clear. Kendrick is one of them. He's not active in the streets, but he grew up right in the Piru section of Compton, and that kind of blood-tied respect, it cuts way deeper than the music industry. Is Kendrick out here wildin'? No way. But best believe, they're riding for him, no questions asked. In that Vlad TV interview, Wack dropped all the details about where Kendrick's from and how strong his ties really are. He's got people watching his back 24/7, and that's just facts. This right here is where everything flipped upside down. Kendrick didn't call in any favors. He didn't need security to roll through the streets, especially not on the west side.
Dollars of UMG. So because you didn't come out on top, you're crying about it. The same machine that made you, that grew you, Republic, is under UMG. Cash Money, Young Money's under Republic.
Drake kept talking about the red button.
You can't say UMG did it. Maybe Kendrick's team was a stronger team. Now, you said shit about Meek Mills. Meek didn't go foul. He lost.
The Piru and other Compton sets stood up on their own, no invites needed. This wasn't just rap beef anymore. This was about respect. See, when you've really walked those blocks, grown up with those people, and stayed solid the whole way through, they show up for you. No questions asked. Wack broke it down clearly. Kendrick might move like a regular guy, but he's got protection like a general out there. And once Piru-linked names started getting mentioned in the beef, Drake's whole energy shifted. Before all that, Drake was loud, diss tracks flying, sneak shots on IG, petty captions, all of it. But the second Kendrick dropped that bomb track and the street talk started heating up, Drake vanished. Fans caught on quick. 1 minute he was trying to sun Kendrick, the next he was yanking tracks and letting Kendrick's diss climb the charts without a peep. The same Drake who usually turns beef into straight-up marketing, he backed off completely. So now everyone's asking, what was really said behind closed doors that made him slam the brakes? What kind of message was sent that even someone as calculated and ego-driven as Drake decided to fall back? And real talk, why are the streets going this hard for Kendrick, a rapper who's never once thrown up a gang sign? This kind of protection doesn't come from clout. It's not about fame. It's about a whole different level of power. The kind you can't buy, fake, or flex on social media. Wack made it clear. These gang members respect Kendrick heavy, and that's what makes him different from Drake.
Part about it is Kendrick really grew up in a rough neighborhood.
Yeah.
Protective neighborhood, but a rough neighborhood.
Kendrick was born and raised in Compton, deep in West Side Piru territory, specifically the Tams neighborhood. That foundation hits way harder than any #1 single. Kendrick grew up right in the middle of that gang energy. He didn't have to bang, but he soaked up the code, the mindset, the whole vibe. Yeah, he's a good kid, but don't get it twisted. He ain't soft. Anyone who's heard MAAD City or The Art of Peer Pressure knows Kendrick's been around the wolves and came out a lion. Here's where it gets real. Out in Compton, your name ain't just built on what you do, but how you move. Kendrick never had to fake tough or chase street cred. He kept it solid, moved with respect, and earned love from the real ones, the OGs, the quiet powerhouses who actually call the shots. So when Drake started stirring the pot, the streets didn't wait for orders. They stepped up like, yo, we got Kenny. That's deeper than rap. That's community, that's legacy, that's Compton standing together. And let's not forget, Kendrick ain't out here moving alone. His squad, TDE. And that's no industry prop. It's a certified crew with roots, not gimmicks. This ain't just a rap crew. It's a real family with deep street roots. J-Rock, he's locked in with the Bounty Hunter Bloods. And Top Dog, he came straight out the mud and built TDE from scratch with his own blueprint. These aren't just music heads. They're respected way beyond the booth. So Kendrick's not protected by old love or nostalgia.
Nobody telling him to be from the hood, but they see something in him, so they love him like they love their homies.
That's
'cause
Kendrick?
That's Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? He grew up in West Side Power Rule Hood. That's the biggest Power Rule Hood we have out here.
He's got solid people around him who earned that respect. So when the rap game turned into a war zone and Drake came swinging, Kendrick didn't even flinch. He didn't call for backup, didn't hire goons. The block moved for him. Not because he threw money around, not because he cried for help, but because Kendrick always repped Compton with realness. No fake gangster act, no forced image. Just raw pain, real pride, and storytelling that hits deep. And with that kind of street-earned loyalty, silent but solid support, and a squad that don't talk loud but moves heavy, you gotta ask, why did Drake even take that gamble? Why poke a lion right in his own jungle? Something's not clicking, or maybe Drake really didn't know who he was messing with. Let's start with the street cred he's been trying to flex. It's no secret. Drake's always hinted at having gang ties, or at least acting like he does. From the whole mob ties vibe to pushing that OVO weight with muscle on deck, he's been dancing close to the edge of street life like it's part of his brand. And he doesn't just keep it low-key either. He's rubbed shoulders with real names, like YG, who's got heavy rep in LA with deep blood ties, or Jay Prince, the boss of Rap-A-Lot, and a Southern OG whose name gets instant respect in any major hip-hop city. With those connects, Drake doesn't need to throw hands. He wants folks to believe he's got hitters on speed dial. That whole gangster persona, Drake's been polishing it for years. You got dudes calling him father, claiming they're his goons, and even saying they fear him. Not because he fights, but because of the power he holds. But here's where things get messy. For someone who moves like a mob boss, Drake's been caught slipping in some very non-gangster moments. Remember when he jacked Dram's whole vibe? Dram had that smooth little bop with Cha-Cha? Then boom, Drake drops Hotline Bling, originally titled Cha-Cha Remix. He flipped the sound, dropped the name, and pushed it like it was all him. Dram tried to keep it cool at first, but later admitted he felt straight up played.
The town on the kid. But his bodyguard is there, not his ass. He ain't touched me. He's a you know.
Fast forward a few years, Dram ran into Drake at Coachella and tried to press him. But instead of Drake stepping up like a boss, his bodyguards jumped Dram and ended it before it even started. Drake didn't lift a finger. That's the move. Stay clean while the crew does the dirty work. It's smart? Yeah. But gangster? Not quite. Dram even spoke on it himself. And if we're talking shaky street moments, let's not forget, there's stories of T.I.'s crew allegedly peeing on Drake in a theater. Or that time Diddy reportedly slapped him backstage, and Jay-Z had to step in to calm it down. If any other rapper went through what Drake did, the internet would have roasted them nonstop. But somehow, Drake slid right through without a scratch. Now this is where it starts getting real messy. Drake's close ties with Ian Connor, a stylist known for his fashion moves and some seriously disturbing allegations, had a lot of folks side-eyeing the whole situation. Ian's the one who helped link Drake with Playboy Cardi, even got him on that track Pain 1993. Drake showed love right back, name-dropped Ian in his verse, and they were even tossing stacks together in the strip club. But then out of nowhere, Ian posted that he had blocked Drake. That's when things got spicy. Drake's right-hand man, Chubbs, jumped into the comments and said Ian got checked by the OVO goons, called him a little boy and everything. Mind you, Ian was in that Rich Flex video with 21 Savage, so if there's beef now, it's fresh. This all adds another twist to Drake's image, rolling with controversial people, and when things go sideways,
Drake is going to jail, bro. I don't know if y'all heard about this top 5 situation, bro, but this is exactly what Wack 100 warned Drake about. Check this out.
It's been in existence about 90 days, and I have made sure it hasn't went anywhere, personally. I think you know what I'm talking about. That dude with his mouth and the things he says does not support your career and how far you come. I'm telling you.
This was weeks ago, and Drake did not say.
he lets the muscle do the talking. At the end of the day, his street persona feels more like high-budget cosplay Drake Talks gang. He uses the lingo, surrounds himself with street-certified names, and lets his crew handle the mess. But when it gets real, when Kendrick starts peeling back the layers of that costume, or when the Piru and Compton politics start surfacing, Drake steps back, not in. And that right there, that's what Kendrick was cooking up during their battle. The real difference between borrowing the culture and being raised in it. Drake might spit the lingo, but Kendrick moves through hoods where respect ain't bought, it's earned. And when it comes to this beef, let's keep it 100. Drake probably thought it was just another lyrical spar. But once Kendrick snatched off the mask and exposed that costume gangster act, Drake's whole vibe flipped. The guy who used to bark about mob ties and flex about shooters, suddenly, he got real quiet. No more red flag talk, no more slick shots. Just silence, polished statements, and some heavy PR cleanup. And when the whispers started spreading, rumors about certain LA blocks feeling a certain way, especially from the Piru side, yeah, the energy shifted for real. If you were watching close, you saw it. Drake slammed the brakes hard. Reality hit different. Kendrick ain't just some rapper out of Compton. He's protected. Going at him in that environment, that's not just bold, it's flat out reckless. But here's the real twist. Why did Drake even take that gamble? What made him believe he could come for Kendrick like that? Was it pure ego? Or did he get too comfortable winning battles on his own terms, thinking this one would play out the same? What he didn't realize is, this wasn't just Kendrick. This was a whole city's pride. And when you come for that, you're not just in a rap beef. You're in a war zone built on legacy. Drake spent weeks throwing shots, tweaking his lyrics live, turning Instagram into a virtual boxing ring. But the moment Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, snatched the Super Bowl spotlight, and got crowned by the streets as the people's champ, Drake vanished from the beef scene. No more sneak disses, no more subs. Instead of clapping back, he shows up on his album like, forget rap beef, I'm trying to get the party lit on. Just like that. Give me a hug. That wasn't a response. That was a white flag. Drake's socials went straight back to vacation mode. Exotic trips, club nights, designer drip. Not a single word about Kendrick or the lyrical massacre that had the whole rap game tuned in. But here's the real plot twist. Drake let Not Like Us go nuclear. No diss track, no clapback, not even a weak freestyle. Nothing. And that's wild, considering this is the same Drake who went full-blown war mode on Meek Mill, Pusha T, and even took shots at Joe Budden. But when Kendrick performed that diss live at the Super Bowl with 130 million people watching, Drake sat back and let it ride. Didn't flinch, didn't respond, just silence. So what really went down? Did Drake finally realize this was a fight he couldn't win? Or did someone behind the scenes remind him, LA got rules? And when you start messing with Compton legends, it's not just music anymore. It's power. It's politics. And once them West Coast OGs start circling, you either respect the code or get pushed off the board completely. When the West Coast streets, and especially the Piru side, started riding for Kendrick, that was a power move in Cali, no doubt. Out in Compton and surrounding areas, once the street politics tap into a rap beef, it's no longer just about who's got the hottest bars. It becomes real life with real consequences. On the surface, it might look like just music drama, But when certain sets come out and publicly stand behind someone like Kendrick, that hits different. It's not just support, it's a warning. It's them saying, he's one of ours. He's off limits. And even the most seasoned OGs know exactly what that means when those invisible lines get crossed. This isn't anything new either. The West Coast got a long memory. Think back to the East Coast versus West Coast beef in the 90s. Things didn't just stay on wax. People paid the ultimate price. Even now, the smallest slight, a diss, a shady club moment, can spiral out fast if you're not careful. Wack 100's been shouting this loud, and even Jay Prince, who's seen it all, knows when it's time to step back and respect the code out west. This ain't just rap, it's survival. Drake's been around street dudes for years, no doubt, but there's a huge difference between being near the fire and actually living in it. And once that beef with Kendrick took a serious turn, it's like Drake finally realized, this ain't Toronto. Out in Compton, one wrong step can get real messy, real fast. The OGs on the West Coast, they've seen how ugly rap beefs can get. They remember when mic battles turned deadly. That's why they step in, not to stir the pot, but to shut it down before it crosses the point of no return. Because once certain lines get said out loud, there's no taking it back, not even if you're a global superstar. Drake may have hit pause on this war, but Kendrick, he's still outside. Still got the streets behind him, still turning diss tracks into full-blown anthems. So, if this chapter's done for Drake, the real question is, what's Kendrick got planned next? Because he didn't just win this round, he flipped the whole playbook. While Drake tried to throw subliminals and dodge smoke, Kendrick kept it clean. No yelling, no antics, no online drama. Just straight up execution. Every bar Kendrick dropped was razor sharp. Every move, quiet, but deadly. And the wildest part, he didn't even need to speak on the streets. The streets spoke for him. His hometown, the OGs, West Coast legends, they all came out strong and made it clear. Kendrick is certified out here. Now flip the script. Drake tried to play that street card, talking mob ties, acting tough, flexing that mic muscle. But the moment the real ones started speaking up, that whole tough guy image disappeared, instantly. No more diss tracks. IG stunts vanished, and the energy shifted back to brand deals and yacht selfies. And the silence? It was loud. Drake didn't have to say a word. His disappearance said it all. And let's keep it real. If the rumors are true about that video floating around of Drake allegedly getting checked by Piru OGs, if that tape ever leaks, that might explain everything. That could have been the exact moment Drake realized, this ain't entertainment anymore. This is real life. And the dudes Kendrick got around him, they don't do online threats. They move in silence and they don't play. They don't do online beef. They do real life. So, did Drake finally learn his lesson? If you look at this whole saga, it might be the first time Drake actually got humbled in a rap war. He's used to being the smart one, the guy with the slick comebacks, the catchy punchlines, the last word energy. But this time, he ran into someone who wasn't just lyrical, he was legit. Let's break down the fallout. Drake's no rookie when it comes to rap battles, but this one hit different. For the first time, it wasn't just about topping charts or chasing streams, it was about credibility. And when that pressure's coming from someone like Kendrick, who's got respect in the industry and the streets, that's a whole different kind of weight. Drake might have realized fast that going bar for bar with someone who moves like Kendrick just ain't worth the heat, especially when the OGs start circling in. But knowing Drake, he's a master at flipping L's into rebrands. Don't be shocked if he spins this into a new image, more mature, more elevated, maybe even above the drama. That's his new lane now. Drake might pivot into healing vibes, drop something deep and reflective, try to take the high road, but no matter how he flips it, the culture won't forget this one left a mark. Meanwhile, Kendrick didn't just walk away with the win, he walked off with the crown. Not just because he outbarred Drake, but because he tapped into something way deeper. He reminded everybody, respect ain't a caption, it's how you live. He's not out here acting like he's from the streets. He's respected by them. And that kind of love, you can't fake it, you can't flex it, and you definitely can't buy it. The power shift is loud and clear now. Drake's still a giant, no doubt. But Kendrick just stamped it. He's the one they fear, the one they follow, and the one who doesn't need to yell to shake the whole room. At the end of it all, Drake didn't get canceled, but he did get checked. And now the line is bold between an industry gangsta and a certified legend. If you felt the heat in this breakdown, hit that like button, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more. We got way more coming your way.